Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear fellows, the purpose of making this video is to discuss developments in context of Israel and Palestine conflicts. As you all are aware that blatant violations of national and international laws have been committed by Israel in case of Palestine. So here I discuss the role played by Pakistan government in its consequence. So the Pakistan requested UNHRC United Nations Human Rights Commission on behalf of OIC for special resolution. So when the request is made by Pakistan before UN body, then consequently special resolution is passed by UNHRC. So what that resolution provides? Resolution directs for the establishment of standing international commission, and certain powers have also been conferred upon this standing international commission, with subject to which such commission is allowed to investigate human right violations. And what is the purpose of such investigation is to end up systemic impunity and injustice. So the subject question against this conferred power is this, that why limited power is conferred upon such commission, which is merely to the extent of investigation of this matter, and secondly to end up this systemic impunity. Whereas the damages suffered by the Palestine is far more than the power conferred by this commission, power conferred to this commission. And now, what Pakistan is expecting in its consequence? Pakistan is expecting merely compliance of international law from other states, whereas international laws give a very wide scope to third parties as well. So Pakistan, being a third party, is fully capacitated to take up to agitate this matter before International Court of Justice. So my request to all the relevant individual dealing up with this matter is this, to agitate this matter before International Court of Justice, not only for investigation but also for the redressal of grievances of Palestine. Now I just draw the attention of few people towards text of resolution as presented by Pakistan. So the text provides that matter need to be probed, underlining root causes of recurrent tensions and instability, including systemic discrimination and repressions based on group identity. So Pakistan representation is also merely to the extent of investigation of the subject issue. So we need to demand more than these things for the redressal of grievances. Now I take you people to the session which is held before UN. Chief of United Nations provides that high level of civilian fatalities and injuries from the attack on Gaza, and warned that Israel attacks on the enclave may constitute war crime. So the apprehension is recorded by United Nations by quoting the words that such acts from Israel may constitute war crimes. So even after such a heavy losses, or after such unhumanitarian grounds from Israel, the United Nations is not sure whether those acts those acts are tantamount to war crimes or not. So they have some ambiguities even after such heavy losses. So what do we expect from United Nations is only futile, it's only useless. Secondly, it said that she also said Hamas indiscriminate firing of rocket as Israel was a clear violation of international humanitarian laws. So they just take just as a violation of international humanitarian laws, whereas no specific resolution is passed, no any other specific direction is given for the redressal of grievances. And the interesting part of that meeting is the statement made by the Israel's ambassador. So Israel ambassador stated that the statement of the United Nations chief is merely bias and is not based on reality. Further, the UN chief said the statement that uh, not seen any evidence that the buildings targeted in Gaza, including medical facilities and media offices, were hosting armed groups or being used for military purposes. So clear-cut statement is given by the United Nations chief that act of Israel representatives is not acceptable, not justifiable on any account. But United Nations need to take some more serious actions in order to stop these illegalities, in order to stop these unhumanitarian grounds. And I'm also requesting Pakistan's leadership to take up this matter before International Court of Justice for the redressal of grievances of aggrieved parties. Because the law provides a loophole which of which they are taking advantages. So we need to tackle down these things within time period and agitate these matters before International Court of Justice. So, dear fellows, I hope that you just got to know the development which is done before the United Nations regarding these conflicts and just promote this matter as much as possible for the redressal of grievances. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.